Generically terrible. Welcome to my channel. Generically terrible. Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way. Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way. Speak to have your message read.
Hello! It is that time, that channel, Talos Principal, except it's number 2! And hopefully today I won't be inundated with faux philosophy about why trans people are allowed to exist. It would be dope if we could just have a world where everyone can exist. Sounding a bit robot, that's because of my voice meter. My voice meter. Oh, hey, thanks, transition. Okay, okale dokale. It is time. Hopefully, Balkis and Sand still come back. You know, Jen, I try not to question the... Also, by the way, look at this, like, incredibly satisfactory UI. I was just like, what? That's Prometheus, actually. That picture. Prometheus is following me in every game. He says, worship me. Oh, are you kidding? Why does it do this? Like, it just decides that my, what do you call it? Resolution is bonkers and makes it bonkers. What is this? That's not what I'm... That is something I need to adjust, but it's not what I'm actually adjusting. Ugh, everything. Everything's such a trial. There. Are you happy, Streamlab gods? Oh my god, that chat is huge.
Sandrinos 213. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Hi, San. Hey, guess what? Streamlabs is fucking up again. What's new? LOL. I figured you did. I was like, I think San fell asleep, so I hope you're sleeping well, San. I'm sorry you had to fall asleep after such aggravating experiences. I literally cannot find my artwork because it thinks my resolution is so big that I can't find anything. It's trash. I'm like having to put everything... Fix everything! Fix everything! Oh, I hate you so much, Streamlabs. There they are. Jesus. No, not you. You. Ugh. Okay. Chat box, alert box, follow a goal. I don't know where you went. Pronouns, display your pronouns. I don't know where you went either. Where'd you go?
Generically terrible. Said from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. Except when Hildy's around, then all bets are off.
I hate you. Like you can see the green line for it, right? Like, but where is it? We don't know. Okay. Why don't I try this? Height. Done. Okay. And then we'll trash it. Yeah. And then we'll add it. And maybe I can find it. Yay! Okay. I'm pretty sure that's what I needed to do. Now I can play. No. Stay. Now I'm gonna lock you. Lock. Now I can play the game. Yeah. Now I can play the game. I don't know why my mic is so metallic today. I don't know why everything is everything it is. You know, I just live here. That's it. That's all I got. I just live here. Let's go. Let's play a game. Okay, that's right. Last time in Talos 2, we lit a piece of a giant pyramid on fire-ish. No, we lit it up. And now... That's amazing. That's how much ray tracing affects your FPS. I was like at 106 in that tunnel, and the more light there is, it's like deteriorating exponentially. I'm also playing at a much smaller resolution, so that I can have it windowed. I have to go to the train station, right?
0626. Welcome to my channel. Speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Victor, who didn't know he wasn't following my Twitch because he thought he didn't need an account. That Victor. Okay, so Wooded Plateau. Let's go. Look at how slick it is now, Jen. Talos Principal's like, I grew up. Now I'm a handsome, strapping game.
Alright everybody, I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that 1K found. If there is, look for more documentation.
Look for more documentation. Actually, I am interested. There we go.
Please.
Fuck you, San. But also, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I have to go get them. That's right. So now the Tetraminos are in 3D, which is horrific. Like, Also, apparently Tetraminos are different than Tetris. There is a guy named Saint Ewald, Eadwald, who really cared about them. Quantum tunneling. Ah, no. Ah, shit. Oh, okay. If you say so. Can I go through it? Oh, I need another side, don't I? Oh! Okay. Okay. Right? Or is this just a past materials? That's just a past materials, isn't it? Or do I have to crouch? I always... tab? No. What is crouch in this fucking game? Like, you've crouched once the whole game. Maybe there is no crouch. Is there no crouch? There's no crouch. Hold the sprint. No. Toggled. Hold toggle. Yeah! Okay. So I have drilled holes in the wall that I can't walk through. Great. What else? What now? I mean, can I, like, just put you through there? No. There's no boxes here. I don't understand! There's no box! What do you want me to do? Oh, wait. I understand now. You stay there. You... there. You... go in it. Right? Right. Yeah? Are you on the other side now? No. Are you over there? No. Oh! Hey!
Quick 0626 said no.
Nope. Okay. So it's just like a one-way hole. It's not like a tunnel. I just bop them through there. This is a completely new mechanic. I don't understand it. Clearly, I don't understand it. But I'm gonna solve the puzzle and continue to try to understand it. Okay. So then you get shoved through the hole. And then dink. And dink. House! Little house! Little house! A little house.
I can't help but notice that many of these structures are not strictly functional. There's a sense of aesthetics, of beauty here. This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
Hey, audio testers, is it good? Can you hear the game and me? Oh, what's up, Byron? Just out in the wild. Yes.
Nesquick 0626 said yup, you good.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
What's the role of puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here, or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them. Perhaps a test.
Alright. Alright, my guy. Unfortunate. I hate tests like that. They are, at heart, unethical. I said it! Ethical! You mean to tell me people would rather watch little dog emojis being made? I'll never understand humanity. I kid. The dog emoji looked really cute. I was briefly on the front page of Twitch, setting up my little chat windows so I can actually see you when you talk to me. And, there was this cute little dog emoji being made. Okay. What do you think about the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean?
Focus_PT.
Well, here's
Welcome
the
to my
secret.
channel. Use
Al
speak to have your
is
message read to
honest.
me. It's easier to get my attention
He
that
believes
way.
what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
Byron, yes! Absolutely. If someone's honest to believe what they believe, they're a far better friend than a yes man. What do you make of the Sphinx? Hi,
I
Palkies!
don't know what she is, ontologically speaking, but those questions she asked reinforce my belief that we're being tested, or perhaps analyzed.
Oh. That's all. Oh, wait. Oh. I missed the opportunity to ask him to tell me about... Oh, wow! Your choices really do matter. I didn't get to have a conversation with him because I asked him about different stuff. Oh. Okay. Oh! Wormholes. Got it. Yeah, got it. Got it. I understand this now. Huh. So, question. Do I need to? I feel like I need to. Oh, there's a jammer. It's a cute silver jammer! It's silver. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. I see. Alright, I got it. I got it. I'm here. Come along. Oh, that's right. This is toggled now. Come along, little wormhole majig. I think, yes, right there. Okay. I mean, I guess first we gotta go through there. Ooh, that's an interesting conundrum. Because I'm going to need to move that JAMA. Can I reach it from in here? No. Well, yes, actually. Wait a second. If I... Ho-ho! Set you right the fuck... here... Oh, wait. But then I can't manipulate you from there. So, set you right here. Like, right where I was standing, jamming that. There. Can I reach in and grab your ass? And bring you through the wormy hole? I can. Ha ha ha! Science. Woo! Come, my jammy friend. It is time for you to be a pressure plate. Starter, my guy. McGee.
I keep thinking, why puzzles?
Yeah,
Is
cool.
it just
We've gone
their
over this.
symbolic value because of our history? Because the thing about puzzles is they can be solved. But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence?
You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Yes, Al is correct. Alright. Oh, it's a color theory puzzle. Alright. Haha! I see you. You can't hide from me. Come here. Okay. There's somebody in here I can grab? No. Negative. But that doesn't matter. Come along now, my connector butt. Oh, this is a cool mechanic! not RGB color space, actually. I was like, ah, man, I use CMYK. I'm a publisher. And graphics programs are advanced enough that you can just be like, I want to use CMYK, and it's like, okay. So you don't actually have to learn. Oh, booger snot. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do this. Oh, it gives me a freaking ladder. Alright, so one of them is gonna have to be able to open itself. And the question is, who? Because I only have one wormhole maker.
Tabru2. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Tev!
Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
About a motorcycle trip from Sacramento to Cape Town. Wow. That sounds pretty interesting. But what's my white point? The goodness in my robot soul, Jen. Private message.
Tabru2. Said Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Lifthrasir. So 1K found a recording of Lifthrasir. What an odd recording, too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around either. Can someone explain? Neum, number 11. Lifthrasir always had an unusual perspective, even in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station, so he didn't need to come back to the city as often, although it was quite risky as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary, and exploration was necessary to him. Lifthrasir would record his thoughts as he explored, and then publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples, if you prefer. In the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. Is the recording I found one of those he published back in the day? No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Guta, 972. Thank you. That was informative. Doge, number 666. I mean, it's just so fitting. You can't make it up. I've relayed your responses to my friends, and they have... Oh, hold on. Distracted. That looks delicious, Tev. You made it? Doge, I've relayed your responses to my friends, and they have reached certain conclusions regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? Not particularly, but we can go ahead. Now, you're new, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks the moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinion about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying to guide our city to prosperity.
Cross.
Oh, hi, Spell!
Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
So naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying to guide our city to prosperity. People who know things which would only scare or confuse the average citizen. I have 5 such friends who expressed to me their interest in getting to know you. Who are these people? Doge, I can't yet tell you their names. Oh my god! But I can tell you a little about them. The first is an engineer by trade, tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. The second is a scholar, some repute, thinks the big questions have answers in our code. The third is, well, it's hard to pin down, a practitioner, let's say, of esoteric arts. The fourth is a member of the political establishment. And the fifth, well, the less I say about them, the better for everyone. So is there someone you think would make a good match? I have to pick somebody? Yeah, Tev, it looked like it was lemon pepper, and it looks yummy. Spell, of course. Nobody can lurk here. Actually, I should probably not say hi to people when it welcomes them, because maybe they do want to lurk. You know what? I'd rather hear which is most interested in me. Doge, your answers to my questions and our observations of your behavior elsewhere has given us a massive amount of data. It's clear there's only one person that I should put you in touch with. You've shown a commitment to scientific progress and pursuit of the truth. Your support would mean a great deal to my friend from engineering. She's no kind of expert on the human condition, but she's dedicated to analyzing how the world works and using that knowledge to shape our future for the better. Are you happy for me to put you in touch? Sure, I think it's Lycanos, I think. Doge. Okay, I'll send an introduction in due course. All right. Let's get on this puzzle game. Lots of story up in here. Lots of trees. Many trees. Placement. There is a fan. This is the goal. Hmm. When I ate fish, I loved how fish heads looked on plates. And I actually ate the heads. But I think I've mentioned I lived in China before. So part of living in China is do as the Chinese do. So eat the damn heads, you know? Alright, I have a reflector. What's behind wall number... Wait, that's a switch. Hold on. Meow. What's behind wall number 2? The room! Yeah, fish eyes are like grapes. I don't blame anyone for finding them gross. They just are to me. That's what I'm used to. Fish cheeks, however, are considered a delicacy that a lot of people do not eat, but are considered the best part of the fish by many cooks. Yeah, the tiny fish. When I lived in China, there were, oh. 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 Okay. Okay. I have multiple problems this time. Let's see. Let's figure this out. Yeah. All right. Can I wormhole up there without putting you on a box? Can I wormhole from in there? Can I wormhole on a chair? Yes, I can wormhole from in here. Can I wormhole from on this platform? Oh no, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Can I wormhole through this crack? Can I wormhole up your ass? Oh. You got pulled. You know, I just have an auto moderation. That's ridiculous. You, of course, can say testicles. I'll put it on the clear. I'll put it on the clear list. I have no idea why it ended up there. Anatomy terms are fine. I mean, I'm not here to change your mind, other than as someone who cares a lot about animal welfare, I do prefer to hear all parts of the animal being eaten, but I'm not gonna like shit on you if you don't. Well, okay, that is a standard cooking rule. You know, no inedible things. But so fish chicks are underneath, like they're underneath the gill, they're right in front of the gill. And the reason they're considered some of the prime real estate is because it's a lot of warm blood passes by there because of the way their cross circulation. Yeah, fish have cheeks. Mm-hmm. No! No! Okay. No, it's too low. Oh, wait, what happened? You landed on the thing. Why? What? What? Why did that happen? Yeah, here. So, I'm gonna link to a website on fish anatomy, because it's fascinating, actually. So fish have just a freaking weird... They are so weird. Your favorite pastime is to read about fish anatomy? That's great! If you're not being sarcastic. Fish are dope! And here's about their circulatory system. Are you you're being sarcastic? Oh. Listen, we're autistic here. We don't understand sarcasm. We were just really excited for your interest. We were like, what a special interest! That's really unique! Our sheer innocence. I have to figure out why I did that. That feels like it should have been the solution, and now I'm very salty. About as salty as a fisheye. But not the one from Sailor Moon. An edible one. Though I guess if you were really into it, you could eat fisheye. I mean, they're pretty. Continues to talk self into a weirder and weirder hole. Okay, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can go in a straight line, I swear. Okay. I mean, today's just apparently a weird day in Hildy's world. The Hild channel has become a place of great interest. Did I actually take the reflector? Or did I just... Oh, I did. Good. Okay. So, go in there, my friend. Go here. I mean, I think there's kind of two options, right? We can use this to create... We can use this from the box to make a better wormhole. And just move the reflector. I don't know, man. I honestly don't think I've ever been faced with such a weird option. Like, such a weird problem. This is the second area. But this is Talos 2. So yes, I definitely have progressed the game. This is a different game. But I'm in an area that deliberately resembles previous Talos areas. Okay, great. So I don't know why the other one did that, but we're not going to think about it. We're just going to solve the puzzle as usual. How about that? All right. See, okay, spell look. This is nothing like the other one. This is my end goal. Oh, Tev was in the hospital today.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
So it was boring. Well, congratulations on getting your cast off, Tev. Spell. I don't know. These newfangled portals. I don't know. This is the first time I'm ever seeing them, really. Are you sure this looks just like the other game? It does not look like the other game. Ooh, hidden puzzle. Keeping connections. What's in here? What's in door number 1? It's true, yes. The brutalist architecture, very much so. I would say all of the buildings, unless they have like a special wall like this, are borderline identical to the last game, for sure. Oh, there's a wall. Hello, wall. Okay. Okay. Well. No? No. Oh, Spell was reading about fish. Guess he really carped that diem.
Nesquick0626 said BOOO.
Boo! B-O-O. I dropped. No? Yes? Yes? No. Yes, no? Yes. No. Yes, no. No? Oh. Body odor, 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 odor. Like Jojo almost. Muda, 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 muda. Wow. Okay. I think I might be dumb. I'm not dumb. You guys missed the drama yesterday. Yesterday, a gentleman came in to ask me about the philosophical reasoning for trans people's existence. He was not very nice about it. And I can't go through there, that sucks. And he does not believe in trans people. Let's just put it that way. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I have 2 options and one of these. Something's gotta... Like, but this guy, I can't reach him? No. Wait, I can walk through these doors though. Jesus Christ. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, Lord. I don't believe in him then. At first, I thought he genuinely wanted to talk the philosophy of gender, which is a very interesting topic. But then he just turned out to be a hateful son of a bitch, and I was both disappointed and annoyed. Right. I I can't get through there. Troubling. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so, like, that's what I mean is, like, at first he was talking about, like, well, you know, subject of the mind versus subject of the body, right? It was more of a philosophy of the mind question. Do you exist in the theater of your mind when you don't match your body? And I was gonna go get my trans roommate and be like, hey, this is a dope question. What do you think about it? Like, let's have a discussion. And then it was more like, oh hey, BT dubs, I'm awful. But it was a slow burn, a very slow burn. It was like, please hold. Okay, for real? For real. You know what? This is a hidden puzzle. We're coming back later. Fucker. You know, I didn't think I lost my cool too much, but by the end of it, San and Palkies were like, the real challenge. Well, okay, so, Vic, there's these signs that point you to puzzles, and that one is not on the sign as far as a direction. Let me find one of these little signposts. They're a specific... Here, see? So, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are that way. And then there's these two triangles. But San and Palkies were like, the real challenge was calming Hildy down. And I was like,
There's
this is
another one
fair.
of those monuments.
2, 4, 7, 8. Oh, man. Every time I'm excited for a mechanic, part of me is like, and now regret. Alright, I can go in here at least. Let me have him! Let me have him! Here's the thing I don't understand. How do I... Well, when I figure out this question, I'll figure out...
Sandrinos213. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Well, I mean, the question that you're struggling with is more why people are bothered by it, it seems. Because... I personally, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's a, like... I think it's a personal choice, by and large, about mattering or not mattering. Oh, wait. Okay. A switchy. I should pull that switchy. Oh, I can't pull that switch. Can I pull the switchy through the portal? If I fired it right. But I mean, I guess I wasn't attempting to maybe start up another conversation more than, like, y'all missed the drama. Hildy got her first troll. It was a doozy. Wachoo! Okay. Up that. Up this. Yes? Do I have to jump on them now? Like, or click on them? I have to click on them now! Ladders require mechanics. Oh. That's it? Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting. What book was that, by the way, Tev? You read interesting books. Tev is a good person for book recommendations. I mean, sure. That doesn't really matter at all. Okay. Hmm. Huh. Oh, wait. Pfft. Okay. Okay. I've awoken from my slumber. Just set it near the wall. Oh, wait. No, that won't work because of the thingamajigger. This. And Lecky. Tev, you read a lot, huh? As if that's like a weird thing to do. Sorry. That you Tev read. I can't reach that. Of course I can't reach that. How do I get in here? With the jammer. How do I get the jammer to do this? No one fucking knows. I mean, that's the exact argument they make in Gehenna. And I think they're even doing it in this society now, is that they are kind of on this exploration lockdown. So they read stories. Okay. Take it step by step. The goal over here is this guy. You get there through this dude. My friend here is trapped. This guy could help him if he weren't incompetent at his drilling job. You're a bad driller. This guy can, like, jam this, but he can't leave his cell. Huh. Right. And then you have this motherfucker in there. Oh, man. Oh, wall. I mean, not that I can get any drill over here. They're all stuck inside. Never mind, Hildy just didn't... No, that's right, because you can't... But I could jam through it, couldn't I? Maybe? Can I jam through that? Can I get the thing? Yeah! Aww. There's a lot of really cool text adventures in these. Okay. We still aren't allowed to leave this cell, but now we at least have 2 question mark? Well, no, I can just put it like that. There we go. All right, my guy. Okay, back to jammer. All right, I feel much more comfortable with my decision making now. I don't know why I broke. Everyone who watches this channel, I know why you broke. Shut up. Ow. Oh. Rude. Okay, fine. You want... Really? Okay. I can do that, but that's just tedious. Yeah, alright. Get near the wall.
Nesquik0626 said SHHHHH, we know nothing.
Vic's working his way through the newest Mistborn book. Tevra and San are the first two people to tell me, the publishing masters lady, about a book that I didn't know about in advance. I am exceptionally... not the Stormlight Archive, right? Like... Come on, let me have the thing. Please? No? I don't get to take that fan? Alright. I guess I gotta jailbreak both of these.
Sabra2 said anyways, beyond it, the trans thing. All I know is that I ain't a doctor slash psychologist slash etc, so I defer to them. Hell, even if it's all bunk, people's imaginary things can make them suffer in physical ways. No spos are a thing.
It's true. And frankly, that's like the hater but I'm compassionate way of thinking about it, which is the least I expect, right? Like, even if your entire thing is imagined, you're hurting, so we should care, right? To me, that's the basics of human decency. And it's surprising to me how very few do that. I don't know. Kindness is a very strange thing. No, respecting everyone's personal truths is a slippery slope, because then we're talking about respecting, you know, tariffs on China. But respecting identity truths, I think, isn't that far out of the realm. I really don't. I think, like, pairing this with All in Your Head might be pushing it into a realm that cognitively is not respectful. However, I know you mean well, so, yeah.
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
And Tevra, yeah, Tevra's like, it must be hell, yeah. And it's even more hell because of how many people treat you so poorly, you know? Yes, a wormhole. What are we going to do with it? Who knows? We'll find out on this same Jesse channel. Let's see. Let's see. Wormhole. Wormhole? Wormhole. That's about that. Alright. Where are you gonna take this? Alright, fan. Oh. Another guy. Okay. Right, now we're here again. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Choop. Choomp. And out you go. Yeah, that happened when I was a kid too with Ellen. Ellen came out on her show. There was a big to-do about literally nothing. Oh, you joking? Ugh. But I think that's, you know, we can... Outrage politics is kind of a nightmare in and of its own. What are you running down here? What do you turn on? Oh! Oh! The problem, there's no problem. It's a framework of thinking, yeah? It's a, if they create hysteria about this issue, then they can pretend like they're not doing anything else. So, you know, the more that Trump makes his followers focus on trans folk, and the more the conservative agenda decides trans folk are the enemy, the more the average populace does not notice that they are being manipulated. Oh, I have to get them both out. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Well. Basically, you fuel hate. Yeah, misdirection tactics. In philosophy, we call it a fallacy. Well, I mean, yes, but you're also not the one. Well, I don't know which way I'm supposed to take it. What way am I supposed to take it? What is entertaining to you? So it's because Talos is a philosophy game. It's very opinionated. It's about identity. It's fairly on topic. So,
Well observed, 1K.
I mean, mostly this discussion stems from me telling people I see in and out that something happened while they were gone.
This is very similar.
But
to
I'm
the
not
structure
exactly
where you found the
sure.
schematics.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
What were they doing here?
And who are they?
That is a good question. I honestly think it's Athena, but untitled draft. Saint Adewald identified the tetramino with the tetragrammaton and the Greek word for God, because to him the mathematical properties of the tetramino reflected God's ability to reshape the world without breaking its laws. Elohim, in his desire to impose meaning on the simulation, which was his primary function as storyteller, after all, took Adewald's heretical ideas and integrated them as the sigils of his name. But despite all these layers of obfuscation, there is some kind of truth hidden in all this. Oh my god, okay. I screenshot you. The world really is, in a sense, made of minute parts that can be combined or recombined without breaking the underlying laws. Everything that exists is made of the same fundamental materials, and those materials are brought into existence by the same fundamental functions of reality. And yet, the miracle of existence is that we are not all one, but are in fact radically different and separate. So I've been thinking about this for a minute. And the first time you came in here, we basically talked politics. So I think it's just a topic you don't like. Which is fine, but I am a streamer. I can't necessarily always be on topics that you enjoy. But also, there's no such thing as a gay propaganda. What? By reaching an olive branch out to you? You don't want that? Would you rather get chewed, or what would you rather me do? I'm gonna read this. You can think about that. From the Book of Reminiscence and Regret by Eustachius. In the early days of our people, a great deal of responsibility fell on my shoulders. There were few of us then, and though we are stronger and hardier than any human, we are not invincible. The world was an overgrown ruin, and our resources extremely limited. It was a harsh time, but I felt passionate about the work, fired up by the many sacrifices that had brought us here, from the Ian team to the people of Gehenna, whose code was part of my personality. Bit by bit, New Jerusalem grew. We had to adapt some of the plans Drenan's team had left behind. I don't think they had expected the simulation to take as long as it did, but it was all working. That's when I made a terrible mistake. Thinking it was a way of safeguarding against disaster, I proposed the creation of a second settlement, New Alexandria. As the location was far from the dam that powers New Jerusalem, I attempted to build a thermal power station that would take advantage of a local gas reservoir. However, I foolishly used geologic data from the archive, failing to account for the amount of time that had elapsed. 5 years later, this error led to an accident that leveled the settlement and killed 31 of my fellow citizens. Of all my many regrets, this is the greatest. Failed to load profile. Eustathius never forgave himself for this mistake. He drifted away, isolated himself from everyone in New Jerusalem. But was it really his fault? Yes, he made a mistake. But why was the entire weight of the New Alexandria colony placed on his shoulders? A simple process of review and discussion could have prevented the entire disaster. Doesn't that mean New Jerusalem as a whole is at fault? Failed to load profile. He did his best. I feel sorry for him. Failed to load profile, but the dead remain dead, and that has to be faced. Ethics of extinction. If a species we consider beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, that's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, that's a crime. But if Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes bubonic plague, goes extinct, is that an equally great loss? If not, why not? To nature, there's no difference. It's all just life forms. The only moral framework that allows us to choose between dolphins and the plague is a human one. Yeah, I've actually had that discussion at the apiary, because the only thing that says that bees are worth saving are humans, because it affects us. Yeah, probably, Tev. Honestly, that's probably it. But that's okay. I mean, you're not imposing it on anybody else. You're not invalidating other people's wants, right? What about a species going extinct without anthropogenic factors? Extinction is the norm. If one day dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species, should we let them go extinct? When the sun finally dies and all life goes extinct, will that be a tragedy? If we can prevent it, should we? If you believe that extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. You don't believe that dolphins are inherently valuable, that they deserve to live and thrive. You just oppose human control. You oppose our ability and responsibility to choose. Oh, I greatly disagree with that. I guess I do oppose human control, but I don't think we have a responsibility to choose whether a species is alive or not. We don't make good judgment calls as a general rule. This place is really cool. Oh, it's Yakut. Hi. Oh, it's Al.
Everything okay?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Do you consider Byron a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact. And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
What do you think about the lab I found?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
What do you think about the megastructure?
I don't know. It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
What does the goal mean to you?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
What do you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria.
What could these puzzles mean?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder. And they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
All right. Oh, in the plural. Ew? Eye of the needle. Eye of the tiger. He's the cream of the crop. What do we got? Ooh, fox! You know, I vaguely remember something like that when I was studying Norwegian for a girl. When I was studying Norwegian for a girl, I vaguely remember something like that. It was like in bokmål, because it has so much influence from Swedish. Something like this. I just thought it was pretty funny. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Okay. Maybe there's a fan or something over there. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, you'd need to jam that, but... Oh, that can't possibly be high enough for me to jump in. No, not at all. Oh, but right here. Okay. Alright. That's not that long ago in all considerations. But you know, that whole, like, women got their husband, in America you couldn't open a bank account until like 1965. Oh. Yeah, the 60s. All of this stuff is so much sooner and more recent than we think. So like that? Yeah, like that. Okay. So there's that one. Great. So... Oh, I see. Could I just do that then? Yeah, I could. I bet. If I did this. Okay. Okay. And then I gotta get the light there. I see. Can I? I can. But getting it through there is not really an option. Huh. Interesting. I don't know where to go from here. I mean... I guess I should take my box? Oh, wait. I should take my box! But I don't think that'll get me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The morning rules. That I remember reading and being like, oh no, I would be stoned or something worse because I just would not, I could not follow them, I think. Yeah, I see. Oh, fuck. Gotta restart. Okay. Though maybe. I've seen some people get remarried really fast. Okay. I go back. Where is this? Where is this? Where is my chat window? Come back. I lost it all. In the end, it didn't even matter. There it is. Okay, so the big thing, I think, the big problem I am having is where to place this connector to get the blue light to where it needs to go. And I'm not really sure if I'm gonna figure that out easily. But this might be the rest of Hildy's day kind of thing. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you. I get married, my husband dies, I'm not mourning for 5 years. I don't care who says so. It's not happening. Right. Though, honestly, that's weirdly, like, the Greeks had a huge thing about that. Aristotle is legendary for wasting a lot of ink on what mourning should be. Maybe it's like some sort of test to make sure you didn't murder them. I don't know. Probably not. Oh, where am I going? I am going to take my box. I'm going to put my box here. You want to know the best part? Victor's watching my stream from the other room. That's what I call friendship. No. Oh. Hold on. Ooh. So I could do like this. Yeah. Remember the right click when you lift it up. Okay. Let's see what we can get did. Really? Huh, you guys are punks. Okay. Now, we are at a point where Hildy must learninate. How learninate? Don't question my linguistics. Hey! I didn't need to learn innate. I knew all along. Innate knowledge. Alright, I got one formal puzzle and 2 hidden puzzles to go. And then maybe we'll find a place that looks different. I think Melville even said it was snowy up here, and it's like not even snowy.
Sandrinos 213 said Learninate.
Hey! See? The voice stuff knows. It's a word, unlike boo. Yeah, I think I'll turn on the compass.
Sandrinos 213 said boo.
Oh, it was just because it was capitals.
Unqualified
Oh.
Criticisco 0. Welcome to my channel. Use speak to have your message read to me. It's easier to get my attention that way.
Aw, Mr. Bot. Thanks for showing up. I seem to be okay finding viewers, but, you know, I'll let you know if I need help. Learninate. It's like, it's Dalek, right? Learninate. No, it needs one more syllable. Learning-ninate. That doesn't make sense. Edumacate. There we go.
Sandrinos 213 said, remove the space.
That's not gonna get old. Every time I'm like, it's like you've made it for the, like, seriously. Also, what? Yeah. Also, how desperate do they think I am? I am a desperate bitch. Do not get me wrong, but I am not that desperate. And then there's a wind. Victor just went, and I was about to be like, are you calling me desperate? You son of a bitch. We're gonna have to have a talk. There will be words. The words will not be friendly. Alright, alright, alright. Is there like a red thing on this side to hit? No, just getting something onto that. Okay. Somehow we have this dude though. Let's experiment. Let's see what happens.
Sandrinos 213 said, do you want to go to space like Katy Perry? Visit Bezos Daddy.
Excellent use of the speech-to-text technology, San. I fully approve. Of course that's not gonna work. The question is, why? Why do that? Hildy, Sandrinos made me happy.
Siri, order everything on my Amazon wishlist.
Intrusive thoughts. That's what it sounded like. Like you were like, Hildy, do something. I've got nothing for you, my guy. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. 5, 4, bomb. Stop there. Okay. So we put the box here. Yeah. We put the guy here. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh no! We take the box off. We're doing things out of order, as usual. The most benign. BezosDaddy.com will not leave me for quite some time. I'm gonna be using that in the future. Oh! It went in. Now it's facing the wrong way. Huh. Now what? You're facing the wrong way, my guy. Oh, no. We restart. I knew. Okay. So, the point is I just need 2 things on here. That's it. That's all that has to happen. So, I wonder. Oh yes? Yeah? Do you hear her? Do you hear this child? She is dying. No one's ever loved her in her life. She hasn't eaten. She hasn't slept. It's just, she is so miserable living this horrible life. Yeah, this isn't.
Sandrino's 213 said, "Give me food and attention, or else."
Or else I will meow over your stream. She's very pointy too. They're both super wiggly when clipping their claws, so it doesn't happen as much as it should. So, so she'll be like pawing at you.
Said maybe she heard the haircut threats yesterday.
Oh yeah, she's also just a giant, our roommate Tris has a cat named Bandit who is a jerk in her own right. But Yorkie's a bigger jerk, and she is a giant, no good asshole jerk to Bandit. Ow! And, oh wait. I think, and so in summer, oh, okay, well I'm just gonna reset because it'll be quicker to do that. In summer, sometimes we give her a lion's mane because she's big and fat and fluffy. And we were like, we'll do it this year. She'll be too embarrassed to pick on Bandit. And now she's all squirrely with us. Victor just got back and saw your Bezos daddy joke. And it just exploded from the other room. I was surprised his laugh wasn't picked up on stream. It was one of the louder, more genuine laughs I've heard from him. Good job. Good job. But yeah, Bandit, like, Yorkie will, if Triss is ever not in her room giving Bandit direct attention, Yorkie will be like, good, Triss is mine now. I'm going to go harass you in the room to make sure that you know that. Honestly, I think if I asked him to name one song Katy Perry did, he wouldn't be able to. Is math related to science? Wait. Is this a new topic? Oh, Jesus. I didn't know she was that fucking dumb. That hurts me real deep, real deep. Okay. So... Go, Tev. California Girls. Hot and Cold. Oh wait, Vic would be able to name Hot and Cold because we use that all the time. Part of me. Oh Lord. They were like, hey, we heard you thought this game wasn't difficult. You're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out. It's up when it's down, it's wrong when it's right, it's black and it's white. We kiss and break up, we kiss and make up. You don't really want to stay or go. You don't really want to, oh. Well, actually, Tevra, you kind of have no excuse. You're my age. Then again, you're Swedish. I don't know what got played on Swedish radio. Maybe you had a Katy Perry boycott. She did wear a lot of latex for a minute there. Doesn't she still wear a lot of latex? Okay. So the issue, I have to get two things there. If I put the little whirligig in front of the fan, it turns around and faces the wrong way. Yeah, metal. The Swedish Katy Perry has a fucking mullet and a giant electric guitar. Actually, you guys have a really huge pop star out there. I can barely remember her name, but she's like got 40 records or something stupid like that. She was on Eurovision. And Sander Lerka, well, he's technically Norwegian, but he moved to Sweden when he married that model. I love Sander Lerka. Okay. For real? For real. So I have this stupid fan, but I'm not even sure what the stupid fan's supposed to do. Wait. No. Because then there won't be a hole for it to push through. Okay, the title is named Loop. Confusion! Anger! Actually, I personally would say that Sweden is like, my idea of Sweden is Spotify and IKEA and efficiency. Like, I view you guys as exporters of efficiency. Yeah, the Annapurna is Finnish Swedish, and that releases some of the best games on the market. We can never forget ABBA. Dancing Queen! Young and something. Only young and sweet. Only 17. In turn, Mamma Mia is also Swedish. We can say that. Okay.
Sandrino's 213 said that vibrato went crazy.
So, I think I've told this story before, but basically, once upon a time, I had a poetry professor who was like, music, like singing, you don't have to worry about singing. You can, like, there's nothing that keeps this open. You know, poetry is music. And I was like, I can't sing. And she said, you just got to keep practicing. And this was when I was like 22. And so I basically took that to heart. And now I actually kind of can sing, but I'm so used to not being able to sing that I self-sabotage almost immediately. So, you know, them's the breaks. What I feel like I have to do is get this stupid thing through this somehow, right? Like, through here. And I feel like that comes from the fan thing, the drill thing. It gets pushed through here. But getting it through this door is the main issue. How do I get it through the door? Listen, San watches my VODs and my clips. San's a real one and reminds me of that all the time, sometimes in bad ways. So, help me out here. What am I doing? How do I do this? Like, okay, if I do this, it stays connected, right? But then I can't get in here! Oh. Am I being entertaining? It is true. It's true. Palkus has really good timing. Oh wait, I got it! Oh, I finally got it! I think. Yes. Yes. Yes, I got it. Go in there. This goes there. This in front of the fan. Wait, not yet. First, get Drilly Guy. First, get Drilly Guy. Drilly Guy got. Sorry. My older cat. He only meows to talk to you. So I meow at him often. That was me meowing at my cat. Excuse me. There. He has like a little baby meow. It's very tiny. Sometimes he'll even look at you and go, you know what? Abuse. I don't have to take this. Take your dog propaganda somewhere else. Palkis, I'm gonna keep taking the piss out of you. I'm sorry. I hope you know it's from love. I speak British. Ooh. Oh look, a little meditation spot. I figured you were. Fucking Doge. Like, honestly, that name is triggering. Like, for real. Oh, that was a hidden one. Oh, cool. Like, I'm sorry. That motherfucker didn't take me to space. Yes, Tev, you're right. They do. Cats, actually, they meow to their mothers as kittens. Like, it's more of a, like, where are you, son? And then otherwise, they talk to you. And the study I like the most in this realm is that they got a bunch of cat owners, then their cats. And the cat owners told them what the meows mean, right? Like, your cat meows, you know what it wants. You understand whether it means out or food or something like that. And they put the owners in a room and they played other people's cat meows and they said, what does the cat want? And they got them all wrong, because not only does the cat only meow to you, you two make your own language, because the cat meows and you respond to that specific tone, doing what it wanted you to do. The cat remembers that, and now that means out. Cats are fucking dope. The New Theology. From The New Theology by George Bernard Shaw. That's right, I remember. George Bernard Shaw did some shit. You were like, musical, also philosophy. Yeah. Yeah, basically, Horatio, the older one, his shelter name was Meow Meow, because all the shelter ladies had to do was meow at him and he would come running. George Bernard Shaw. Let's go, South Pacific. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God. That is to say, instead of the old notion that creation began with a God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself, the aim of the new theology is to turn that process the other way and to conceive of the force behind the universe as working up through imperfection and mistake to a perfect, organized being, having the power of fulfilling its highest purposes. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy, the ecstasy of a brain, an intelligence, actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force capable of guiding it to a perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That is what we are working to. L1C, Neum, from Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. Once again, we're going to screen cap. Etc., after all. Yeah, George Bernard Shaw's really interesting. He was referenced in BioShock Infinite because of how many different lives he lived. He did musicals, he did philosophy, he did theology. He's a lot like Lewis C. Carroll, where he's known for Alice in Wonderland, but a lot of people also know him for his philosophy and his plays. After these events, Neum decided to consult the writings of the ancient, but while philosophy and religion interested her, it was art in all its forms that came as a revelation. To her delight, she discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logic or will, but that it could also be found in stories. That even when the characters and events of a story were not factual, they had a validity and weight as if they were somehow real after all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of her fellow citizens by promoting the arts, starting with the legacy of Gehenna. Literacy propaganda. Failed to load profile. Neum sounds nice. I would love to meet her one day. She must know more about New Jerusalem art history than anyone. Failed to load profile. When we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce her name. The default settings in the language libraries are wrong. I would love you to tell me how to pronounce her name. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sleeping down the plain. The Sound of Music. From the Introduction to Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. Nature, the art whereby God has made and governs the world, is, by the art of man, as in many other things, so in this also imitated, that it can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels, as does a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as was intended by the artificer? Can you imagine your watch being sentient? Leviathan! Fix like it's Leviathan, not Leviathan. Art goes yet further, imitating that rational and most excellent work of nature, man. For by art is created that great Leviathan called a commonwealth or state, in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, though of greater stature and strength than the natural, for whose protection and defense it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole thing. Lastly, the pacts and covenants, by which the parts of this body politic were at first made, set together, and united, resemble that fiat, or the let us make man, pronounced by God in the creation. It's obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos principle to the level of the state, but unlike Stratton, all he wishes for at the end of the day is a powerful ruler to control this machine, to tell him what to do. I don't think that is Hobbes at all. Oh, okay, we're going. For a second, Tev was like, I don't like that scene at all in the book and movie, and I was like, there's a Leviathan movie? I was not going to Harry Potter here. Oh, right, I was going to a question mark. Question mark! What are you, my guy? It's Yakut!
Hey 1K, how can I help you?
What do you think the towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering?
I agree, they're beautiful, robot husband.
I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
That's all. Everything sucks about J.K. Rowling. You want to... Actually, you want to talk gay propaganda. Some of the most ridiculous, shoehorned gay exposure I've ever seen, on top of being a TERF, makes her the most hypocritical, questionable writer I've been a part of the fandom for in a long time. And we're... Wait, I already did this one. No, not this one. I know, saying something. What would it be in Chinese? Oh, I know this. I actually have the Harry Potter books in Chinese. I got them when I was in Beijing. I don't know, Hildy, translate! Go! Go, Hildy! Jump! The Chinese translation is quite longer than you would think. And has some very interesting characters that I don't know off the top of my head. So... 要加啲梅嚟會咬實。Yuga DM Leviosa. Yuga di mule oi alsa. What's even worse is, you know, later you get like voiceless spellcasting and it's like, okay, continuity. Okay. This guy. This motherfucking guy. The thing is, I can't get him in such a way to make this plausible. Okay, wait a second. What if... Is there a way that I can... like... I don't know. No. No! That would be really cool, actually. Orchestral magic like that. I would like that. I would be down with that. Oh, damn it. And would 100% believe in that reality. Okay. Alright. Come here. Right. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Eep, eep, not gonna work. Okay. Not gonna work. Oh, wait. Wait! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Big brain place. I did it. I super did it. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you. Come here. What? Ugh. Okay. Guy. Just, like, do me a solid for a second, okay? You. So... like that. You don't need to... I mean, but can you? No. Really? Ah, I see. This was poor decision making, is what you're telling me. Isn't that always the way? Okay, great. Okay. So like that, like that. Okay. Can we? No, not quite. How close can we get to being parallel? Oh, that's not bad at all. No? Yeah, okay. Yeah! Vic's at work, so he'll see that soon. But I think he'd really appreciate that. You know, he often makes like connections that other people don't understand, and I think it's because, like most people I know, he's also autistic. But he's super creative, so like it warms my cockles having been his best friend for as long as I have to see someone recognize his like good connection making. The question mark. The question mark. It is in here. It is here. Ah! A thing. Oh, it's a recording from Lithrasir, who has a French accent, confusingly. I really was expecting him to be, like, you know, Norse. Lithrasir.
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being...
Yes?
Tell me about yourself, Melville.
Founders, pistons. You want my autobiography now?
Yeah, I do.
Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really? Nothing? I bet you embroider.
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
Oh. I hear you're a big fan of Yakut's cat, who pees on her equipment.
One day, that furry little demon is going to pee on the wrong cable, and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
What's your evaluation of the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really?
Any progress on the particle clouds?
Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are the results?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
Did you have a look at one of those labs?
I did. It's interesting.
Does she?
The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech have come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine, if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers, and I'll get back to you.
Aye. That's all. I think we did the puzzles. Oh, we didn't do 8. Okay. I guess I should do 8 now. Oh wow, that's pretty. Let's not die. Although Hildies are attracted to death like moths to flame. They do try not to. I want her to meet that surfer dude language pack so bad. World spirit. The world spirit. What is it that drives historical processes? It's easy to dismiss the idea of the great man, or the great woman for that matter, when clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. I just was having this argument with a friend of mine about the great man theory. But is there no space at all for the individual in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hegelian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback or not? Or is that itself another form of determinism? 5358. You know what? Let's figure out what that is right now, because that is showing up a lot. SX. From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, there are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices, for good or ill, that transform entire societies. Or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but are they not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment? But if they are, where is the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all of human history has been that one struggle, to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose examples as you will, are both equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal, then, ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate, as much as that is possible in this universe. Author unknown. It sounds like Tolstoy's thoughts, really. Founding. Hypatia's Journal number 2, day 14. Melampus and Yemo went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means that we're stretched a little thin, since we're still posting guards at all times. But those large herbivores haven't come back yet, and at any rate, Eustathius assures us that they're non-aggressive. But it's better not to take any chances. Not when there's so few of us, and so many of them. Athena and Cornelius and Eustathius spend most of their time drawing up plans and arguing, in a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well. It's like background noise after a while. I'm gonna do this one. 6520 697 320 737 469 C6 C206 86F 706 520 657 6656E 20666 F7 22074 686 F7 365 2077 686 F207 365 D 206C F7 374 2C 205 36F 6E 206F 204D 616 E2E. It says no. Yeah, there's a character named Purple who has a language pack like that. And he was like, I don't feel comfortable. And I was like, keep it. Okay, it's about Jesus, I think. I'd made some typos. Well, it just had nothing. It was like, no. But there is still something for he was the Son of Man. But my typos are making it a little impossible. So I'll screen cap again. Maybe one day I'll be monetized over all the hex code videos I'm going to do. We have started construction on the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. Trevor. Trevor, the normal-ass guy who was forgotten from the project, who just decided to record himself. I love Trevor.
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one. Except maybe a cat. I could be a cat.
Crow Team is obsessed with cats, as am I. Crow Team, way to go. Yakut. Okay, so these are temples, we think. We're not really sure what's going on with them. But the other one said 2478, so my presumption is if I finish 8 and I go back to it, something may happen. So we're gonna do that. As soon as I, find 8. 8. That way. Oh, right here. Oh, Seesaw. Delightful. In all ways. Perfect. Wonderful. Love it. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Meep. Meep. No, yes, no. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, my dude. Do you... I don't feel like I need both of you, do I? Oh, I do. I guess I do, because I have to get in there somehow. Ah! Okay. Well, how are we gonna do? How are we gonna do? I think we're gonna do like this. How do? Like this. Maybe. Maybe. Was there another guy back here? No. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So we're gonna need to get to both of these and not cross the streams. Optimism's fading. Actually, I think I know how. I'm just being cranky about it. So Alright. So, two options here. I basically want to get my little hoodly woodoo, yeah, hoodly woodoo, it's a formal term, into the thing. So, yeah, that means finding a way to keep this open without it. Or at least open, yeah, finding a way to keep this open without it. Like that. And that. Yoink! Alright. I didn't quite prepare. That's okay, though. Hold on, my guy. Like that. And then you I have to redo because you'll be in the way and it'll be sad. And we don't like sadness. Nobody likes sadness. Okay. Ah, that's fine. There we go. Now we've done all the puzzles on this stage.
Congratulations, 1K. That was a hard one.
Was it? Now we're gonna go look at that temple. We're gonna see if it does something cool. Have you decided to be cool, Temple? Eh? Eh. Oh,
Sandrino's 213 said looks like it needs some more work 1K.
Yeah, looks like it needs some more work. What is her name? It's like 2 L's. The worst thing that's ever happened to me. No. Incorrect. No. Try again. No, not even close. No, thank you. Lana Del Rey. Is it? I've never listened to it. Yeah, I guess we do this. Maybe? I don't know. Do we do anything of worth in this universe? No. No, because that's not going anywhere. No. No, 'cause, feel like the first piece has to be this guy, because you gotta spend the rest of your time working back from that heinous placement. And I think he has to face the other way. Or maybe. Ha! Not your average Hildy. Your sub-average Hildy, probably. Aw, man! Okay. Hey Hildy, how would you like your least favorite part of the game that always makes you self-conscious? How would you like that to be an installation? I'd love it! Thanks, Protein! No. Oh, I've heard Summertime Sadness. I haven't heard the a cappella version. I don't live under that many rocks, just one. I get very emotional with music, so I have a lot of different styles that I like, but I can only listen to a certain set of songs in certain times. Otherwise, I become a big old mess, an emotional bucket. Yay! Let's go talk to the Sphinx! Is it gonna be the Sphinx? It's gonna be someone else. It's gonna be someone else. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Damn it! Okay.
Halt, creature of clay. You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken. Turn back now, before you harm yourself and others.
We were invited here.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery, but his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
We're not just going to leave because you had a bad experience with a magic box. Rude Dora, don't shade me. It's like Dora, we're gonna call her Dora. Dora the philosophic explorer. No swiping! We need to know what is going on here for the safety of New Jerusalem.
Your desire to protect your city is commendable, but you must remember that knowledge leads to temptation.
I wish I'd said magic box. I'm gonna regret that. I'm gonna have to look up online what happens when you say that.
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
I mean, they're directly related to each other in mythology, but it seems weird for Pandora to be super opposed to Prometheus in a way, because they're both just tortured by Zeus. Like, Zeus is just a little shit. Oh no! Ghost bomb is not a ghost! Oh wait, no, that's the thing. I did find a ghost bomb in the last area. Continues to haunt my nightmares. Actually, in a strange turn of events for my dreams, they're normally quite epic. I had a dream where my mother claimed she could cut hair, and she fucked mine up, and it distressed me. I believe it was Prometheus who opened the box. At least the game told us that, I think. I know, right? It's super epic. Right. The thing is, the mundane ones are the ones that bother me. Because I'm like, why? Why? Like, I've had dreams about space cops, polyamorous space cops falling in love with a petty thief partner and becoming Thelma and Louise across the universe. And then there's my mother cutting my hair. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it's because it's like, wow, my mother would do something petty like that. And I vaguely remember as a kid her actually cutting my hair at home. My hair is about as long as that, and it takes a long time to grow long because it's thick as hell. But yeah, it's always like San says, it's so real because they're realistic enough to give you a shit feeling. Yeah, it's the mundane ones that really fuck me up. And Tevra, I actually think that Vic is like that. Stratton ideas. The Origins of Thought. A fragment from Stratton's The Origins of Thought, as quoted in a commentary by Simplicius of Cilicia. Stratton, to say that material things are brought into being ideas, into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are particularly prone to, because it raises those who think above those who do. Nicomachus, whatever. Then what is the truth that does not flatter? Hold on. Wiki, where do I put this emphasis? You're not gonna tell me? You
Sandrinos 213 said Nicomachus.
That is not correct. No, just go to the how to pronounce.
Shush yourself.
Pronouncenames.com.
Nicomachos.
Oh. Nicomachos. Then what is the truth that does not flatter? Stratton, that the reverse is true. Ideas are brought into being by matter, and so each man's ideas are shaped by the world that surrounds him, as clay is shaped by its mold. Those who live in mountains fear cold. Those who live in deserts fear thirst. The Athenians are shaped by Athens, and the Lacedaemonians by Sparta, and likewise it is for all peoples. Nicomachos. But may ideas, if we take each man to be an idea, not by deliberate action, alter the shape of the mold, as you put it? Stratton. To discover a method for accomplishing this is the chief purpose of philosophy, my friend. Footnotes.
3 words and spaces.
12.
Welcome
The newly
to my
discovered
channel.
Heraclean
Please
manuscript,
speak to
likely
have
a
your
lost... Hi,
message read
Tony!
to me. It's
Likely a
easier to
lost
get
part
my
of the
attention that
Barocci
way.
collection, contains an additional passage that differentiates between pneuma, the individual mind or spirit, described as an energy arising from matter, and ideas, which are produced by the pneuma as it interacts with the material world. Failed to load profile. Philosophy is useless if it offers no way of changing things. At least Stratton tried and didn't lie to himself. Failed to load profile. But how can we change the shape of the mold? Stratton never says. Failed to load profile, perhaps by demonstrating the fact that other shapes are possible. We can't change it all ourselves, but perhaps we could, like Alexander Drennan, create the conditions for change. NOMA Project 3. Progress notes. Trial 000108. Version 0.05 deployed successfully. Reversion to previous settings fixes malfunction. But what was the error? Cooling systems improved. Trial 000243. Version 0.06 deployed successfully. Significant improvement to disassembly. New lab space carved out. We have to do this to know the plot. This one's plot! Okay. $596 F75. Now do you see why I want that keyboard, Victor? 17265 2079 6F 757 220 6F 776 E 206 66F 726 572 756 E6E 65722C 20616 E64 2074 686 52076 F 776 572 273 207 96F 752 0686 176 66 520 627 5696 C646 564 206 172 652 06 2757. Yeah, well, Vic, you have to stop using it. Like, you work, so you're gonna have to, like, stop using it and be using another keyboard. But whenever I go to get it and set it up, you're actively using it, so I have to, like, take it out from under your hands. Regardless, I made another typo because I don't have a number pad. So you are your own forerunner and the tower something something. Easy to destroy, harder to create. So easy to optimize, only one aspect. Consensual confiscation. That's it. I'm getting that keyboard. JK, he actually did have it all set up and ready for me to take. Haha. Oops. This keyboard was actually given to me by Tony, and I dragged my feet getting it set up, and then Vic just started using it, and I was like, wait, that was supposed to be mine. And I finally have acquired it. Uh... Vic, how do I connect it? You're the one who figured this out.
Sandrino's 213 said skill issue.
Yeah, definite skill issue right now. Tony! How I connected?
Nesquick0626 said after work. Sandrinos213 said, have you tried plugging it in and out again?
Oh, toggles on the side for Bluetooth. Thank you. Well, oh, I need the drivers. Okay. Driver. Keychron driver. Keychron K4 mechanical keyboard. K4J2. Okay, K4, so it's a K series. Get the K series firmware. Okay. They have firmware for literally every single keyboard they have. This is nonsense. Like, the fuck is that? You do the thing? Okay, there it goes. Oh. What? Yeah, it says it needs a USB. This is obnoxious and annoying. I just want to use a number pad. I downloaded your damn firmware.
Sandrinos213 said, in order to finish the initialization, Please rest right your PC now.
Okay, let's see. Are you gonna do the thing? Their website is horrible. Like, really bad. Just download the stupid thing. Stop trying to protect me from myself. Yeah, Vic, all of them are asking for a USB. Well, guys, we're just gonna have to do this later because it's not working and I can't waste any more stream time on it, and that's all it is. In the future, Vic, don't just leave the keyboard on the table. If it's difficult to set up, don't assume that I can just set it up. Butthead. Trial 00505, version 0.07 deployed successfully. Let me screen cap these. Schematic 108. Here we go. Oh, fuck! Fuck! What?
The world is a wonderful place. Every day we take another step forward. Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection of its mechanisms. I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every part of me serves a purpose, or I could not be myself. I could not be Miranda, because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
That was disconcerting.
I can imagine. You were streaming, and we all saw, whatever that was. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
Yes, let's all try not to die. More importantly, who the hell is Miranda?
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Maybe it's a nickname.
I don't recognize the voice either. Maybe we need to consider the possibility that it's someone new. Someone we've never met before.
But where did they come from? And how many people does it take to build something this huge?
Like I said, we need to find out more.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system. Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
Screen cap collection equals 4 gigabytes. You have no idea. Well, there's that. Fucking... that interesting shit. Yeah. New interface content available. The Progenitor Portrait Series, Rodamne. Hi everyone, this is the latest in my portrait series. I have always had a deep respect for the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. She didn't just create the founder and save humanity, she also tried to instill us with a sense of beauty and wonder. That's... oh, look at that. That's like pixel art. That's amazing. But it's, oh, there's a special term for it. It was good to be human, Alexandra Drennan. As usual, please keep in mind that we should focus on engagement with the work. Don't ask yourself whether it's good or bad, but how it makes you feel. Budahas. Beautiful work, Rodamna. Gives me a bittersweet, wistful feeling. She must have been a great person. Jefferson. To me, it really captures her bravery in the face of what the cosmos had thrown at her. Thekla. It's well done, but I'm not sure it's appropriate for us to depict the progenitor in this way. It's important to remember she was a real person. You're right, she was extraordinary, of course, but she was a human being like any of us. I don't think you can say the progenitor was like any of us. That's like saying the founder was like any of us. But they were! That's the point! You're new to this world, so I understand your ignorance, but it would be best if you were a little more respectful. The founder created the goal. She created you! Niam, keep it civil. Rodamna, what 1K was trying to explain, Thekla, was that the progenitor and the founder weren't some different class of being. They were made of the same stuff as we are. That doesn't take away from what they accomplished or how incredible they were. It just means that humans can be truly amazing. Here lived a race of giants, Alexandra Drennan. The Mystery of Miranda. Touch grass! I just got the achievement, touch grass. Buddhas, for anyone who missed it, Byron's expedition has recovered evidence of the existence of another person. Someone not from New Jerusalem. Who could this be? What does this mean? Arenia, maybe there's another city out there. Who says there is only one simulation? Maybe there are thousands of people we've never met. Dosicles, I really hope so. Or Docicles? Thekla, there is only one founder. Thekla, stop this! Zagaran, I hate to agree with Thekla, but all the historical evidence we have points to that conclusion. There are some other attempts, but as far as we know, they all went wrong or failed. Helga, there's more that we don't know than there is that we know. Zagaran, that sentence is going to make my brain crash. Jacques, why do we think Miranda's from Earth? There's no evidence to support that idea. Jacques, you're obsessed with aliens. I really don't think it's aliens, Jacques. Everything here is obviously related to New Jerusalem. Could human beings really build all that? Yeah. If you believe that, you probably think humans built the Egyptian pyramids, too. That's because they did, you buffoon. We'll see if you still think I'm a buffoon when Miranda abducts 1K and starts probing his data ports. Found on a Sphinx monument. Should we check back with the city? Gold puzzles. Stars. I have a feeling I can't get to those yet. Maybe we finish everything in the east and then we go check on the city.
1K brought up an interesting question earlier. Where did all the tech in the labs come from? So, I had a look at the serial numbers. And it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Ha ha ha!
Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
We had enough to deal with. So many dead.
So that's one question answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that human rock. Spell, I found a place that doesn't look the same.
Look at the size of that structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although, it does have some molecular weirdness going on, too. Too little variation in the grain.
Huh. Alright, puzzle number 1. Inversion. What is this? Who are you? Inverts red to blue and blue to red. What? Oh, game changer. Very horrible, no good, very bad game changer. Okay. Okay. Don't panic. Okay. So then what I need is to turn that into blue. These motherfuckers. They were like, hey, we made the hardest puzzles we possibly could with your normal ass light shit. Let's just ruin your life. Surely they shall not!
I managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure, because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
Of the machine.
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
I don't know.
Nesquick0626 said rage against it.
Maybe. Maybe it's your butt. Oh, ghost. Oh.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean.
Oh.
And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
She sounds like a child. It always starts simple. It starts with the baby steps. And then it's like, motherfucker, you thought. Alright. No. That's not gonna work either. Hold on. You gotta be visible there, guy. I know you don't like the spotlight and all, but it's gonna be okay. Well, okay. So let's do this then, actually. And then we'll take you and do, excuse me, that. Baby steps, be suspicious. I don't use right click that much. I know I should get in the habit of it, but I just don't.
I think about New Alexandria all the time. But realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more.
You okay,
we were so
Alcatraz?
optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone.
Oh.
I remember a flash, and then just lying there, realizing that my legs had melted. I tried to pull myself away from the fire, but the servos in my arms were broken. If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
No wonder you're so cautious, my guy. Hello, can we talk? I'd like to talk to you. Yes? Hello? Are we gonna talk? Are you glitched? Should I go in there and come back out? Hi, I want to talk. Okay. No? No? Okay, we're gonna do this.
Sandrinoj213 said, isn't it E to talk?
You can also click. Oh, he's not here? A phantom. Oh, okay. So because I reloaded, he's gonna be missing for a minute. I'll find him somewhere else. We got a data. Founding 3. Hypatia's journal, number 3. Day 42. We broke ground on the first of the permanent structures today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea! Although for now we'll use it as a workshop. It's, strange, this place. There's a lot of open space, and I didn't think that I would find it so unusual. But I suppose we all spent more time at the dam than was originally planned. And now it's difficult to get used to not having that low ceiling over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside and is always volunteering for scavenging missions. Le Frassier usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night, I sometimes catch myself standing by the door, not just because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there. Hypatia was one of the first female astronomers. Yes, astronomer. That's the one. That's the serious one. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there, that they watched our ancestors standing where I now stand. Reprogress from Miranda to SX. We finished setting up the external site at the lake. The area is so stunning, we forgot about the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. The ways in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other are endlessly fascinating to me, and the sheer variety of living things, even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we then stumbled onto the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. It must have suffered enormously, and thinking about that made me feel truly terrible. There is so much pain in nature. Yeah, I know. Ecosystem engineers. Cutting down swaths of trees for their building projects, thoughtlessly causing radical changes to large environments, and forcing local species to adapt to their artificial habitats. These are the traits of a species of intelligent, industrious, and extremely impactful ecosystem engineers. Humans? No, I'm talking about beavers. I'm from Oregon. We know about beavers. I'm also gay. I know about beavers. Like us, beavers transform their environments via building, and their actions have real consequences, creating vast wetlands that some species thrive in, while others die. Human activity is very similar. We, too, are ecosystem engineers, and we, too, benefit some species while harming others. Everything about this is completely natural, including the damage to other species. After all, that's what competition and evolution is all about. Those species that adapt to the ecosystems we create will, over the coming millennia, become the core of a new biodiversity. And so evolution runs its course. If we don't like the result, if we think some species should be preserved despite being outcompeted, well, that's anything but natural. It is, however, very human. Miranda, it's fascinating how so much of what we do is common in animals, but furthered enormously by our intelligence and our ability to remember. Through us, the universe strives to a greater level of complexity. Failed to low profile. But does the universe have the capacity to strive for anything? We must be careful to avoid projecting human values onto the cosmos. Bingo. Maybe it was the ancestors who watched the stars, not the reverse, says Jen. Exactly. Alright, there and back again. A connector story. Or an inverter story, you know. Más o menos. Don't roll your eyes at me. Dick. You're just jelly, you're not as funny. Okay, why don't we do this? We'll go like this. No? Yes? No? Maybe? Berry jelly. Yeah, it's death of the unfit. Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Or survival of the most ready to adapt. Or the most flexible. I like to think of it like that sometimes. Alright, next. Oh wait, no, this is part of the solution. Dude, you may let go now. Aha! We see. It is time. It is time to color code. So, my guy. No? No? Whoa! Hi, we're back. My screen just went black and it was very startling. One might say traumatizing. We don't need you over there anymore, my friend. Oops. Oops. Alright. Let's see. What I would like is to do that without you freaking out. Freaked out! I asked you not to freak out. And there you go. Freaking out. There. Look at you. Oh, of course. Right. Right. Duh. Everything's fine. Maybe. Alright. So we can do that. Plants, man. Plants have this thing called life history theory. It's fucking wild. Because they produce so many different seeds in order, like your standard plant, right? In order to survive. Well
done, 1K.
You know, we basically sing the I'm my own grandma song to a plant, where although your grandchildren are in your... Oh, Foxy! Foxy! Where are we going, buddy? Through a rock? Oh, you were just flavor. Okay. But even in a human, your grandchild is in your daughter's womb when she's in the womb. But plants actually have one more generation than that, so they can go up to 4 generations because they do something called double fertilization, at least if it's an angiosperm. And this and their endosperm, which is essentially their placenta, actually carries a lot of genetic information as well. Essentially, the embryo isn't really created until the seed is fertilized and it eats the endosperm. So whereas our embryos survive off the placenta, plant embryos actually digest that genetic memory. So plants, we say, make life choices, quote unquote, but it's really just by producing so many seeds, they have sort of a trade-off philosophy in a way where plants are constantly giving up a trait for another trait, depending on the environment. Like roses are a good example of this. First, we're gonna talk to Byron.
Hey there, 1K.
What do you make of this Miranda?
Going on what little we have, honestly, she reminds me of myself when I'd just been born. I came out from the dam at night, and the sky was full of stars. I felt a reverence then, an almost ecstatic connection to the sublime. The universe seemed like a miracle, and to exist within it was the greatest possible honor. That view was tempered in time, but I've always tried to hold on to as much of it as I could.
Tell me about New Alexandria.
We made two fatal mistakes in New Alexandria. One was trusting the texts of our ancestors without thinking for ourselves. The other was giving up instead of doubling down, letting the tragedy define our future.
What do you make of Pandora?
It's clear that there's some kind of antagonistic force in this place, something that doesn't want us to discover the purpose of the megastructure. Perhaps that's part of the testing. Or perhaps it's what's responsible for this state of decay.
What is the symbolic value of these entities we're encountering?
That's a good question. Prometheus is often taken to represent freedom and progress, the ideals of the radical enlightenment. Pandora, on the other hand, usually represents the dangers of those very ideals, so they're counterparts, in a way. And the Sphinx is a mystery. Does that mean that these entities correspond to these concepts? Perhaps. They certainly seem to act like it. But Athena isn't the goddess of Athens, and I'm not Robert Byron, although those are the origins of our names. Where does myth end and history begin? We'll have to find out.
Don't you spoon feed me that. I had to figure that out on my own last game. Yeah, roses are a good example of this too. Thorns don't actually help roses procreate. They're very energy expensive. Like, they have to give a lot of nutrients to these roses, and even then, it's not very efficient for them. But if they don't have those thorns, they get ate because they're delicious and non-poisonous. So roses surrendered procreative ability in order to survive. Now, we know that's not a conscious decision because evolution isn't conscious, but we do in plants, because it's so often direct trade-off because of how quickly they procreate and how much they procreate. We do often refer to it that way. And kakapo are also like this. They gave up being a more successful species in order to retain the species that they had. So those that were less successful breeders survived. This is like a corner of evolution that doesn't believe that evolution is tautological, as in it can give you it has a reason, because it doesn't. It's random. But does believe that you can find the environmental pressures, and that sometimes there is a definable trade-off. Like, you could not have both kind of idea. Refraction. Hello, my guy. Yes. Oh. Just a red light? Okay. And is there what? Oh, I see. I see now. Okay. So now we can do this. I'm always so suspicious. Anytime there's a new tech and it's like really easy the first 3 puzzles, I'm like, when's the other shoe gonna fall? Yeah, exactly. Like, there is a push towards centrism in most evolution, and Kakapo are a great example of an unconscious but directed choice of a species. Hello!
I've been meaning to talk to you. This, vision you had, the data stream overload. How did it feel?
It was strangely beautiful.
Having your consciousness hijacked felt good to you?
It felt more like my mind was being expanded.
Is there a difference? Either way, an external force influenced your thoughts. It affected your mind. Don't take that too lightly, okay?
I promise to be careful. Oh, wait, I can still talk to you.
What can I do for you?
What do you make of Pandora?
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing. I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation.
One of these beings called us here after all.
Exactly. But we don't really understand anything yet, and this Prometheus is suspiciously absent, so I remain cautious.
That's all. So it is 4:30 here. And I do try to keep... I'm rescheduling my evening streams, as you may have noticed. They haven't been up for a while. Because, really, one, Twitch requires like an average of XYZ to get to affiliate. And honestly, affiliate just has a lot of features I want to use. It has nothing to do with getting paid. But two, I'm an introvert, whether it seems like that or not, so it can be very energetically taxing to stream. And I was finding I also have POTS, as I've discussed. My body takes a lot more energy to moderate my heart rate, and the older I get, the less I have sort of bonus energy to deliver. There's a lot of stories of like people with POTS having to have people wake them up because they sleep through their alarm from exhaustion. So, but tonight I have a midnight stream with Tris doing Portal 2 co-op. And so I'm gonna get off and be away from the game screen until then. As usual, I'll be here Friday. I've been doing a lot of surprise streams during the weekdays, so if you're not averse to alerts, keep them on. Portal 2's in that. But I'll see y'all later. It was a lot of fun today. Thank you, guys. Bye! You mean Friday.